Welcome back to the channel ChrisCanHoop, where I hoop, I react, I do a bunch of things, but today we're doing another shoe review. Now this one will serve as a review for the AC11s I already bought, which is the Sunrise colorway. Now these worked amazing, so I assume changing the colorway won't really change the functionality of the shoe, but without further ado, let's get into it. So, here I have the Way of Wade All City 11 Blossom colorway. Now this is virtually the exact same shoe as the Sunrise colors, but we're going to get into a full review of it, and it'll serve as a review, like I said, for the other colorway I already purchased. Now we're going to start off with the traction. This one is like a herringbone type of traction. I don't know what to call it. I don't know design shapes that well, but it looks like this. Go ahead and peep that. This traction pattern works very well outdoors. You'd probably be surprised. I'm gonna argue and say it's better than any Kyrie outdoors. This brand, Way of Wade, eclipses Nike functionality. There, I said it. Go ahead, do what you have to do. I said it. They're better than Nike to me. They're better than Adidas. The only thing that probably rivals them is a good Curry shoe, because that flow is unbelievable for what it is, for a foam type of outsole. Again, the traction is unbelievable. This squeaks outdoors, which is kind of peculiar because you think squeak only works on hardwood. This squeaks outdoors. If you don't believe me, here's some footage of it squeaking. Just got a good bite. Just like the Fission 8 Pandas, it'll feel like your leg's breaking because it just stops you on a dime. But let's move on to what everybody wants to know, and that is the cushion. The cushion for this shoe, ridiculous, because it shouldn't feel this nice, but it does. I don't know if I'd say the best cushioning feel of any shoe, but as far as it comes to like the Way of Wade, this is probably the best cushioning setup that they have available, to be honest. Really had no problems. Now you will have to break these in fresh out the box. You cannot wear them. They're not a like a plug and play type of shoe, because your foot will start cramping mid-foot. It does not matter how experienced you are with these shoes. You should probably break in any shoe that you try to hoop in. But this cushioning setup, it's full length boom. But it does have full length boom. If you don't know what that is, boom setup in Way of Wade is reminiscent of like a Adidas Boost, as far as I read. See, with my Adidas shoes, I didn't have Boost. I had the version 2 of the Adidas Roundhouse Mid. Those were my hoop shoes. They're the black and yellow Apparel. I'll try to find a picture, but they did not have Boost in them, okay? And you can feel every little thing that happened. So it's got a good responsiveness on the court. If you can't tell, I've never had any problems with this in any video I've had hooping. It's a really good shoe. I don't remember the retail price, but if I find it, it's going to be right here on the screen. That's the retail price. I got mine for about 100 and something bucks off of GOAT. So going back to the traction, I rated about a 9.5 out of 10. The only extra 0.5 would come if I've had my shoes for about a year, the Sunrise pair, and they're just starting to wear down. Now, if they could go a little bit past a year, and I don't play every day, I play probably like once a week, and that would be really the only thing that could improve on the All City 11 traction. So 9.5 out of 10, that's among the best I've ever reviewed. Only because I'm very partial to Puma basketball, the Uproar would probably have a higher traction, just because it lasted a little bit longer. Onto the cushioning, I would rate that a 9 out of 10. Only thing that would push it past a little bit is if it did not have that, like you will feel it in your, like the balls of your feet a little bit if you don't like warm up in the shoe. If you go like warm up in Crocs and then you put the shoe on, you're gonna feel a little bit in the ball of your feet. That's at least what I've experienced. I can't speak for everybody. It may be different. You might rate it a 10 out of 10. I put it a 9 out of 10. We're gonna go on to the materials now. I rate this a 9.5 out of 10. Why? It won't get that 10 for me, just simply because I grew up playing in Adidas. It's a really comfortable shoe. I just really like the Kyrie materials, but this has a great feel as well. Like, there is nothing I can say wrong about how this shoe feels. Even in your hand, this shoe feels amazing. It feels sturdy. It don't feel like it's gonna rip in the next 5 seconds. I do a bunch of like toe drags and things like that, like crossovers and things. And let me just show you the Sunrise pair. A lot of toe drags, right? There is no fraying on this at all. None. And it's barely worn down. It's a little bit dirty, but like the materials have not worn at all. Like, can you see that? Only thing is, like, obviously you can tell my pressure points when it comes to hooping. I play on the tips of my feet. I do a lot of crossovers. I play very shifty, so that's gonna wear down a lot in those certain areas. But if you look at the rest of the shoe, like, I mean, the only thing is like the dirt and the dust. That's really it. But aside from that, it's lasted pretty well. So the materials overall, why not? I'm gonna bump it up to a 10 because this is a really solid shoe, and like there's nothing I can say wrong. Like, it doesn't feel cheap or anything. Even the laces, like these last long. On to support. These, I have them at an 8 out of 10, and that's only because I sprained my ankle in these. There's very few shoes that get a 10 out of 10 for me for support. One of those would be the Puma RS Dreamers, the blue pair, the E-lines. Those get a 10 out of 10 on support for me because I've never had any ankle problems in those. The Puma Uproars, the Charlotte colorway, the All-Star Games, those I sprained my ankle in. But if you're used to playing in lows, you will have no problem with these. The support should be pretty good. It's got like a little outsole curvature as well, so if you play shifty, ankle mobility is fine. You're not going to be worried about, like, I don't know, ripping your shoe in half like Mike. On to the fit. These fit amazing. Only thing that would not put it at a 8 out of there's a little bit of an overhang here. You can kind of tell. Here, the outsole is here, right? But the shoe comes out to like here. But overall, the fit's an 8 out of 10 because it kind of locks your foot down. It's got this Achilles heel pad in there too. It's got some padding in these laces. Okay, these fringed laces right here. Let me show you on the sunrise pair because the light and the white pair doesn't work too well. These fringed laces, they really lock like your foot into the shoe, and I can appreciate that because I don't like coming out of my shoes. But nonetheless, great laces, and overall it's a great looking shoe. 8 out of 10 on fit. Moving on to aesthetics. Aesthetically, this is a very pleasing shoe. It's beautiful, okay? It's like green and pink, and then it fades into orange, and then the tan and the black. This is a clean looking shoe. On foot, it looks even better. And there's even this like Way of Wade spray painted green symbol here. It's kind of nice. Overall, this shoe, I'm just gonna rate it at a 9 out of 10. It's up there though. Like, if I had to pick a brand, I'm really not gonna buy Nike, Adidas, anything like that anymore to be my constant rotation for hoop shoes. I will probably stick with the D Wade line just because of how functional they are outdoors. Sometimes it's not always feasible to go to an indoor court. These will serve you well indoor or outdoor. This might be my new like favorite brand, to be honest. Besides InTheLab. InTheLab, if you come up with some shoes, bro, don't hesitate to let me know. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thanks for watching the shoe review. If you have the shoes, let me know how you like them. If you don't like them, that's up to you. Everyone's foot is different. Use code ChrisCanHoop at InTheLab.tv to get $5 off your order. This is part of the TMC collection. Run TMC, part of the Old School Warriors. Mitch Richmond, Chris Mullen, and Tim Hardaway. They have their own collection with Dev in the Lab. Got the signatures at the bottom, InTheLab in the bars. And on the back, we've got the caricatures of the players. Make sure to get you some before they sell out. Again, use code ChrisCanHoop for $5 off your order. And also follow the link to go buy these in the description. Like and subscribe, all the good stuff.